All right, today we're going to dive into a battle that's, well, it's not like anything you've ever seen before. This is a fight where the weapons aren't fists or lasers, but pure weaponized ideas.
So let's start with this chilling question, because this is really the core of what we're talking about today. It's a strategy that goes way beyond just physical harm. It's about attacking the very story that makes a hero a hero.
So here's the scene. The Justice League is in a desperate final showdown with Lex Luthor, and for once, all their power, all their strength, it's just not working.
They've basically hit a brick wall. See, this isn't a fight they can win by punching harder. Luthor's cynicism has become a fortress, and it's just as tough as Superman's skin. To win this, they need a whole new kind of weapon. And of course, Batman has a plan.
Faced with a fight he knows they can't win conventionally, Batman decides to do something radical. He deploys a weapon that doesn't target the body at all. It targets the mind. It's designed to end the fight by ending the reason for the fight.
So what is this thing? It's called an ontological attack. I know, it sounds complicated, but think of it like this. It's a logic bomb for the soul. It doesn't attack your body, it attacks the very gist of who you are, your beliefs, your story, your entire reason for being. Now, to even use a weapon like this, Batman has to become something more. He becomes what's called an active projector. He's basically a living reality engine. He's not just following the rules of the world anymore. He can actually rewrite them.
And you gotta remember, his goal here is actually heroic. He's not trying to kill Luthor. He wants to dismantle the whole idea of villainy inside Luthor's head, show him it's all pointless, and just end the cycle of violence for good.
So with everything on the line, Batman pulls the trigger. He activates his weapon, unleashing this massive psychic broadcast that's supposed to save everyone by ending this war of ideas forever. What he unleashes is this single, devastating concept called the greatest weight. It's this psychic shockwave designed to hit Luthor with one simple, unfiltered truth, that every ideal, especially his own mad quest for power, is just a story he tells himself. It's an illusion.
And this is where it all goes horribly wrong. This is the one fatal flaw in Batman's otherwise brilliant, desperate plan.
Because this idea bomb, it doesn't just hit Luthor. It hits everyone. It's a wave of pure, unfiltered cynicism that washes over the entire battlefield. And in a world held together by belief, a weapon that erases the logic of a villain, well, it also erases the logic that makes a hero possible.
Batman's victory came at a price he never could have imagined. So let's break down the philosophical shrapnel here and see how this one move completely neutralized his closest friends.
Okay, first up, Wonder Woman. Her power, it's not just physical strength. It's divine. It comes from gods, from concepts like truth and justice. You could almost say she is powered by belief itself.
And this points to a specific weakness. We've seen her indestructible bracelets get shattered before by Grail, who found a unique physical frequency, while Batman's weapon just found a new, conceptual frequency to do the exact same thing.
So when she's hit by the greatest weight, the divine mandate that protects her bracelets, it just evaporates. The idea that they're indestructible is wiped clean. And under a normal spray of bullets from Luthor's goons, they just shatter like ordinary metal.
All right, next up, Superman. His invulnerability, it's not just biology. It's tied to the very story of hope he represents. The whole idea of the man of tomorrow is what protects him.
So Batman's attack doesn't even try to pierce Superman's skin. It does something way, way worse. It erases the shared story, the heroic narrative that says his skin is impenetrable to begin with. The story that protects him just gets turned off.
And this is the result. 1 second, he's this metaphysical symbol, a concept of hope made real. The next, he's just a biological entity. An alien, yeah, but an alien who is suddenly, terrifyingly vulnerable to the cold, hard laws of physics.
Now for Green Lantern. His power is maybe the most abstract of them all. I mean, it's literally fueled by the pure concept of willpower. So, what happens when you redefine what willpower even means? Well, Batman's broadcast rips away that heroic, shiny idea of willpower and replaces it with a really dark philosophical truth. It reveals that, at its very core, will isn't courage. It's a blind, chaotic, meaningless urge, the very engine that drives all suffering in the universe. So,
Hal Jordan looks into his ring, and for the first time he sees the raw truth. Not the green light of courage, but the ugly, chaotic, pointless striving that actually powers it. He realizes his power comes from suffering itself. And in that one moment of absolute horror, his constructs and his will, they just collapse.
And just like that, the battle is over. There's no big explosion, no triumphant final punch, just this deafening, chilling silence on the battlefield. Batman won.
He actually succeeded. Luthor is standing there frozen, his mind completely convinced of his own futility. But so are the heroes. They're fine physically, but they're metaphysically shattered. They're catatonic. Their purpose, their ideals, their heroism has just been exposed to them as a hollow lie.
You know, there's a great analogy for this. Think of Luthor and the League as actors in a movie. To save his friends from the villain, Batman didn't jump onto the screen and join the fight. He went up to the projection booth, and he cut the power to the entire theater. He stopped the villain all right, but now all anyone can see are blank screens, just hanging there in the dark. Which really leaves us with this final, haunting question. When you strip away the story, the belief, the very illusion that defines a hero, what's actually left?